different viewpoints. Now, what was your question that you had just asked?
It's about the Title 4D of the Social Security Act. It's a source of funds from the federal government to the states, and I want to see if he's consistent in his position on that.
Okay, tell me more about the Title 4 fund.
The states get kickbacks from the federal government for collecting child support, and states are resistant to giving parents equal time because they would lose their federal funding.
Sorry about that. I wanted to make sure to vote. They were getting ready to count the ballots, and I want to participate in democracy.
Okay. So I was saying that, as you know, the states receive kickbacks from the federal government for collecting child support. So that is a state funding from the federal government to the states. And you said that you are opposed to federal funds from the federal government. How do you feel about that?
That's an interesting question. Look, at the end of the day...
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
And here's what I'm going to say. At the end of the day, I'd like to get the federal government out of that as well. Among federal programs, I do think collecting child support has an enormous impact on kids in terms of reducing their burden on society, and it's one of the most cost-effective. So, for example, when I was in the AG's office, I think that's a tremendous thing the Attorney General's office does in the state of Texas, devoting resources to help parents who are not taking responsibilities for their kids live up to those obligations.
What about the ones that are? Yet the state still treats them the same. And the other part of it is that the state is resistant to giving parents equal time because they would lose that federal funding.
Well, and look, I would like to get the federal strings out of it and have the state doing it on its own. So I agree with you in that. In terms of where to focus the priority of the first place is to get the federal government out, that probably wouldn't be at the top of my list. But I agree with you that that's a perfect issue for the states to do. There's no reason the federal government has to do it. It's a local issue where you can respond to it.
Okay. So would you sponsor a bill to achieve that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll start working on it.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.